My boss rides the brakes on every new idea. It's exhausting. The gifted division manager sitting across from me leaned forward in his chair and shook his head. He wasn't angry, he was disappointed and really tired. He said, "We spend weeks discussing opportunities. Everyone shares their ideas. We debate the pros and cons and eventually make a decision and try to move forward. But then a few days later, my boss starts questioning everything all over again." He paused before saying, "It's gotten to the point where people don't even want to bring up new ideas anymore. Maybe I just need to find something else to do." What frustrated him most wasn't that his boss didn't care. It was exactly the opposite. His boss did care. His boss was intelligent, experienced, and genuinely wanted to make the right decision. The problem was that he could never quite trust himself or his team once the decision had been made. The result? Opportunities were missed, momentum stalled, the team's confidence was dropping, and he was about to lose a good employee. Do you ever second guess your decisions, even a little bit? Now, I'm not suggesting the other extreme, a ready, fire, aim approach. Over the long run, that's a recipe for disaster. But many leaders fall into a different trap, a ready, aim approach, while everybody else is waiting. Some leaders feel they need 90 to 95% of the information before making a good decision. Strong leaders are willing to move forward with only 70 to 75%, knowing that they can adjust as new information becomes available. After all, you can't steer a boat sitting still. Some journeys only become clear after you've left the dock. General George S. Patton famously said, "A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week." Now, at the heart of most second guessing is fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of making a wrong call, fear of looking foolish. This fear is understandable, especially if you've experienced painful setbacks in the past. But leadership requires a willingness to act despite uncertainty. There's rarely much reward without some level of risk. So, what is at stake when leaders constantly second guess themselves? You miss opportunities while competitors move ahead. People lose confidence in your leadership. You unintentionally teach others to become overly cautious. And you spend enormous emotional energy replaying decisions that can't be changed. The alternative is to embrace acceptable risk and learn to play free. After I recovered from a football injury as a teen, my dad noticed I was playing tentatively. One day he pulled me aside and said, "Son, trying not to get hurt is the quickest way to get hurt again. You're playing tense. The best way to avoid injury is to play free." Now, I've never forgotten that advice. The same principle applies to leadership. Leaders who are constantly trying not to fail often become hesitant, cautious, rigid, tense. The most effective leaders aren't fearless. They simply refuse to let fear drive the decision-making process. So how can we stop second guessing ourselves, become more confident leaders, and actually play free? Well, I've come up with 10 things to consider. Number one, understand your natural tendencies and triggers. Self-awareness is the starting point. As Dirty Harry said, a man's got to know his limitations. Number two, name the fear beneath the second guessing. What exactly are you afraid of? Failure, criticism, looking foolish? There's power when you name it. Number three, stop confusing uncertainty with danger. Uncertainty is a part of leadership. It doesn't automatically mean something bad is about to happen. Number four, focus on your values, not just outcomes. Focus on integrity, communication, effort, and attitude. Those all are under your control, even when the results are not. Number five, remind yourself of past successes. When doubt starts creeping in, remember previous situations where you actually navigated that uncertainty successfully. Number six, set decision deadlines and review dates. Avoid analysis paralysis. Decide when you're going to decide, and then concentrate on moving forward, knowing that a progress review is coming. Number seven, catch negative internal dialogue quickly. Learn what you can and focus on what comes next. Number eight, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Growth often requires learning to do it scared. Number nine, create contingency plans. Confidence grows when you know how you'll respond if things don't go as expected. And number 10, seek counsel from a few trusted advisors, but not everyone. Wise input is valuable. Polling everyone often creates confusion and can make you appear weak. The goal isn't to become reckless, the goal is to become secure. Secure leaders gather information, make thoughtful decisions, and move forward. They understand that no leader gets every decision right, but they also understand that teams would rather follow a leader who makes a reasonable decision with confidence than one who endlessly revisits yesterday's choice. So, where might second guessing be holding you back? And more importantly, who could you become if you learn to trust your judgment a little bit more? Feel free to share below what has helped you overcome second guessing in your leadership journey.